Hello everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesign.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. We are back in the she shop. I didn't show you guys what I bought when I was on my trip. When I went to Rustic Mama's Market, I bought some stuff. So I did the tour, did the little detour thing in Northfield. And the only thing I bought was the table. So remember the table? This is what it looks like on its legs. Needs a little work, needs a little love. Kind of smells like cigarettes, which doesn't surprise me. Anything of a certain age has gone through a smoking house. It's the bane of my existence. At some point, either all the furniture that stinks is going to have been redone, or I'm just going to age out of doing stuff like this, right? Like, I'll start doing stuff from the 90s and it won't stink anymore. Nothing from the 90s could be redone. It's all flat pack. Anyway, I went shopping when I got to Owatonna. So I arrived at Owatonna an hour before Janet did. And there was an estate sale. And right across from the fairgrounds is a Salvation Army. And it was a right proper Salvation Army. I mean, we're talking old people pee smell and everything. Like, it stank. It was an old Salvation Army. Like, I walked in there and I was like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, memories. They don't smell like this anymore. This was a Salvation Army. It stank. But I got some good stuff because yeah. I got a Tupperware. Well, whatever it is, it's not this. Something in the bag smells. This was 99 cents. It had a lid. The lid was warped and wonky, and I left it there. I have lids for these. So these little lunch takers, like, these are perfect for lunches to put a little salad in, a little, like, pasta salads, a little side dish. Really, you know what I put in here? This is going to sound funny. Cranberries, because I eat them all year long. And these are the perfect size for like a little something, little fruit cocktail or something on the side to take to work. And I have a bunch of extra lids. I don't know where they came from. At some point, I got a bag full of little lids. And I went, well, I'm keeping them because I find stuff without lids all the time. Now, this had a lid, not a good lid, so it has to be replaced. And then also at the same Salvation Army, it's just an architectural piece. It has no hangers on it. It's not wood. It's not plaster. It is some kind of weird foam. It is definitely decorative in all respects. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I feel like it's going to be like a bird on there. Is that a bird? I do have a bird. Like a bird on there. Like just a decorative piece in some way, shape, or form. I may actually hang it on another like background and then put the birdie on it. Be cute. It's an architectural piece. It's a project. I know. I wasn't going to buy projects. I know. It just happened. Okay, I was a little disappointed in Northfield, and then I got a little drunk on finding things that I could actually buy. I got this. It was $6. I may keep this. It fits my phone. This is the old lady purse smell. Bobby Jerome handbag. So I absolutely adore patent leather. I do. I used to have a pair of patent leather shoes that I wore to prom. I wore patent leather to if I had to get dressed up, I was wearing patent leather heels. And then I had pair that I wore to work all the time. And I had a matching handbag. I still have them. They're all downstairs. Not the shoes, but the shoes wore out, but the purses are still good. I've got my patent leather handbags in the basement, and I kind of felt a little, I gotta have it. It's in such good condition. I mean, it smells like old lady perfume. But look how pretty she is. She's just elegant. It's just an elegant little bag, and I don't carry bags except for things like weddings now. And don't you think? I've got a wedding coming up in October, and I'm wearing that black jumpsuit that I bought that I didn't wear for the event, the awards dinner. And this would be just so cute with that jumpsuit. I got to find a belt, and I'm thinking match the belt to that. Look at that, the little gold clamshell things. Like, get a little, I would be so cute. Not really a clothing girl, but that would be so cute. Like some patent leather shoes to go with it, with maybe a gold buckle detail. I'd be all fancy. Nobody would know who I was. Like, this is a wedding for my husband's family, and if I got all fancy, they'd be like, who is that with Jeff? Do we know who Jeff brought? What happened to his wife? Anyway, this might be mine. And then the last place I went was to what they called an estate sale. They were inside like an office building. And I think they had this for quite a while, because another lady walked in and she was like, is this your last weekend that you're going to do this now? And they were like, yeah, we're going to have some sales on Saturday, of course. And I'm checking out. They mentioned that they're going to be discounting everything the next day. Thanks for that. But anyway, I did pick this up. It was $2. This is a camp lighter. So it's a vintage camp lighter. I picked it up because it's still functioning somewhat. I don't know exactly how to use it, but I feel like this retracts, doesn't it? Yep, push here. Push here only near, I don't know, the rest went to French. Okay, push here only. When spark's too weak. When spark is too weak, push here. Okay. It's a Funkmeister. It's a Funkmeister lighter. I knew nothing about it as far as worth or anything like that. I knew that it was still moving. Feels like it needs a little WD on it. WD on that. I use WD on everything that's mechanical and has like a little hitch, because it usually fixes it right up. Ooh, and I've told you this before, I think. If not, if you're new and you haven't heard this. So you know when you see the flower misters? So everybody loves the flower misters. Like, we can't keep them in stock in the spring. You get a flower mister out, it's gone. But usually you find them, they're all seized up. Take the top off. There's a hole in the bottom where the water goes up. Stick the tube from the WD-40 in there. Just give it a good hosing. Comes right back. You're all good. I have one last thing I want to show you guys. And you guys, it's so good. Okay. Look at this purse. This is an incredible, yeah, it's leather. It's leather. It's real leather. It's got to be from the 70s. From the look on it. So the little hoop goes through there. And it's just this incredible bag. I mean, look at this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I can't keep this, though. I have to sell this one. Is there dead things in there? No, it's like where they tied off the leather. It just smells like leather. I have leather CPR. Like a cleaner and a moisturizer. I'm going to get this cleaned up before I list it. And this was $10. I think I can still make money. Even if I put like 40 on it and put it in the booth, I still think this is a good purchase. I mean, it's got a look. Y'all. Like, it's gonna look. I love it. I actually love it. And I don't need it because, again, I don't carry bags anymore. So if I had this, it would just simply be if I wanted to flex on someone at some point. Like I just wanted to, you got that person that you work with or whatever, and they always have the really nice handbags. It's like, yeah, but you don't got one of these. That's right. It's a good handbag. It's really nice. I did look it up and I found one almost identical. The leather, this part had like a different tanning on it, but the same sort of get up. So this had to have been like from a leather shop at some point, one of those saddle shops, or, like, I don't know. Like we used to have a few of them in town. You could go buy a saddle and you could buy a handbag at the same place because, you want to match your horse or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know why I went in those stores. I don't like horses. Like, I don't hate them or anything, but I don't want to ride anything that has its own mind. Like, right? Because if it's thinking for itself, I don't want any part of this. But anyway, we used to have those stores and you could go in and, usually in the spring you get baby chicks and then there's the saddle shop and they would have really cool different handbags. Like these weren't ones you were getting at Target. Am I right? Like I feel like every rural community has that store. Maybe it's just a southern thing. I'm not in the South, but I used to live in the South and we went to those stores too. They got boots, they got hats, they got bags, and they got saddles. Don't act like you don't know. One that was near here closed like not too long ago, and I was really sad about that. I feel like an end of an era. It's a small community, but it had a purpose. I mean, there's still like Tractor Supply, but I don't think you need a saddle at Tractor Supply. Now you gotta go further out to go get a saddle. Not that I would know where you got a saddle. But anyway, that's everything. That's everything that I got on my trip. This is my favorite. This and the table are my favorite because I think I'm going to make money on this. The table, I have not found a table in that good of condition for that age ever. Usually I'm going to have to do some kind of repairs. That is scratched. That table is scratched out there. And it kind of smells like cigarettes. But it's not wobbly. I don't have to, re-glue the whole thing. I know. Knock wood and all that good stuff. Because I say that and then I start sanding on it and I vibrate the glue apart. But that one is actually really, really well made and in decent condition. Oh my God. I know. So distracted. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I also bought a new paint when I was on the trip because I don't have enough paint in this room. I could paint for the next 40 years and not have to buy paint unless I needed a specific color. I mean, that's how much freaking paint I have in here at this point. But anyway, I bought paint. We're going to be trying it because I haven't tried it yet. And the girl was there and then she had, okay, here's how it went down. She had 3 paints sitting out and I went, oh, are you selling this paint? Because I'll tell you about it later, what kind of paint later. But I haven't tried it. And the closest one to me is like Helen Gone. So I'm like, I'm here. I might as well get the paint because she's here. I'm here. Let's get the paint. Right? No, she just has those 3 to tell people she sells the paint. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're not going to sell it here at the show, don't bring it here, right? And she goes, well, you can come to my shop and get it. I'm like, I don't live by your shop, sweetie. I live on the other side of the Twin Cities and like an hour north of the Twin Cities. And you're like other side of the Twin Cities and then an hour south. So I'm not driving 2 hours to get paint. And she goes, well, I have about 6 people going to my shop today to get different stuff and bring it in, and I can have them pick up paint if you want to buy paint. I'm like, sure, I want to buy paint. And she goes, what color? So she gives me like the color menu, right? And at first I'm like, oh, the bright royal blue. And then I remembered I've got 2 gallons of that exact same blue. I probably should buy a different color, right? Because 2 gallons of the same exact blue. I love this blue though. So, but to try a paint in an exact same color as I already have, it's just madness. It's stupid is what it is. And I went through the colors and I'm like, and she said, you know, what's really selling for me is this green. It was like this military green. And I grew up, my dad was 101st Airborne and I hate military green. Everything on base was that color. And I'm like, I'm not painting it. I don't care. So I find this like blue gray. And I said to her, this would be great. And she goes, I think I have that. I will have them get it for you. Great. So she runs by about a couple hours later and she goes, they brought the paint. So if you want to stop over and pay for it, I've got the paint. Perfect. I will head over. Y'all, it was not the paint. It is just a straight up gray. And I was like, oh, and then I thought, I'm going to get it anyway because bless her heart. She had someone get the damn thing for me. And then I'm like, and got the wrong bloody color. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, it's not like I can go, could you send them back out? I mean, she was trying to be so kind. And I thought, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, it was like a cute little blue-gray, but gray is fine too. Gray is fine. And it is definitely a gray. And I think that's what I'm going to use on that table. I kind of had another idea for the table too. And we'll see which one wins in my madness. So the table has some fixing up to do to it, but there's another thing that's coming that I might want to do to it. And anyway, I'm not going to tell you guys about it. You'll find out. You'll find out when I do the table. So will I, because I haven't decided yet. Anyway, that's everything that I brought back from Owatonna. Thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.